This Saturday we don't want to suffer with Buffer anymore, so that's why I am talking about the social media scheduling tool that's called Buffer today. What I will cover is, first of all, I will give you a short overview of what Buffer actually is and how it's working. Then how I will show you how to connect a few networks, and also I will show you how to schedule a post. In case you're wondering who I am, my name is Moni. I'm the RGPIC over here at Moni Rocks Your Socks, which is the really geeky person in charge. I hope I didn't misspell the letters actually. And I'm a graphics, web design and tech geek, and I offer virtual assistant services as well as graphics and web design. So if you have any questions addressing these topics, again, just pop me a comment or a private message or anything of this sort, and we can have a chat about that, or I can address it in one of my live streams. So this little guy that just hopped on the sofa right here is Yoshi. He's joining us now apparently today. But I will just start with Buffer now. So Buffer is a social media scheduling tool. There are a few of those out there, for example Hootsuite or Meet Edgar, which is pretty expensive, or Social Pilot, but there are like many more out there, and they will help you to schedule your social media content. Because as an online business owner, we all know that consistency is key. And to be really consistent, we have to plan the actual content, and therefore it is important to really always be on the top of our social media game. So Yoshi is hopping on my chair. So you really do need a plan, and therefore to make it happen you really want to schedule it. And if you have more than just one platform, then it can be a really intensive workload, and these social media tools can help you to actually get on top of that. So Buffer can be found at buffer.com, and you have to sign up. There are different versions for that, like not different versions, but of course, like for everything, different plans. So you have, if you're an individual, you can have the free plan where you can connect 3 social media accounts with that plan, and a few other things. For example, you can't have any teams members. You can only schedule 10 posts per account, which might not be too much, but it's a start, better than nothing. And the platforms you can connect Buffer with Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, and Instagram. When it comes to Instagram, the thing I do want to say is Instagram actually doesn't really allow you to direct to push the content from a scheduling platform to their actual account. I pulled up this article from Buffer itself. It's dated at November 2017, so it's pretty up to date. And they also say, I can post it in the comments later below if you're interested. You can't really fully schedule posts on Instagram, or you shouldn't, because it's against their terms and services and terms and conditions. That's why what you can only do when you schedule Instagram for your Instagram is to get reminders that are pushed to your phone, but you have to actually post it on Instagram yourself. But I will give you that link later so that you can read through it. But yeah, let's just jump right into Buffer itself here. As I mentioned, those are the platforms that you can actually connect Buffer with, and the free version gives you a few options. Then there is the awesome plan, that's $10 per month, where you can of course have more than 3 social accounts, and also can schedule a lot more content. And you have quite a few other things happening here. But for now, maybe one thing that I could add here, Buffer does have a really nice blog. So also a few, like 2 blogs, one for culture and towards a happier, more productive work culture, but also the social blog is really nice if you want to find out more about social media marketing or online marketing. Buffer's blog is really nice, so you can, if you're interested, I can also leave it in the comments below. You can get a lot of information from the Buffer blog itself. But for now, we're logging in, and I already have one account ready. You can sign up directly via Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn. I actually made an account, and with that one I'm signing in right now. And I haven't connected anything yet to, no platform at all yet to Buffer itself. So that's what it wants me to do right now. So for example, I can connect it to my Twitter account. I can connect it to Facebook, my Facebook profile, my page, and my group, which is really nice. But when you're on the free plan, you can only choose one of the 3. Then I can connect it to LinkedIn. I can connect it to Google+. As I said, Instagram you can connect it to Instagram, but the only thing you will get are reminders. Therefore, you would need to have give me a second, Buffer app on your mobile phone. Because without the app, oh my god, you can't actually see that. But because without the app, how would you get notifications on your phone? Exactly, you wouldn't get them. Therefore, you would need the Buffer app. And also on Pinterest. So for now, I'm going to connect it to Twitter. Therefore, you just have to click on connect and then log in with your Twitter account login details, which I unfortunately have stored right here because I think I wouldn't be able to remember my password right now. And unfortunately, it's German. It's just telling me that I will be redirected to Buffer in a second. So as you can see right here, this is the first account that is connected now to my Buffer account. I will try and connect a Facebook account now too. I will choose my page because I can. And there you can see all the pages that I am kind of a moderator on or an administrator for, and you have to choose which one you actually want to post to. So I'm choosing my own page, of course, and it will authenticate, and then it's just as simple as a click. Of course, you have to be connected to or logged into your Facebook account. So as you can see, these two accounts are already connected, and I can connect more. I will try and connect to my Instagram account just because, and therefore I will have to log in with that one. Okay. I will use the dog. Again, I have to remember my password. That's always a tough one. Is it working? Yes, it's working. Whoop, whoop, whoop. As you can see, you get the notification or the procedure. Buffer shows you how this is working. You can compose and plan your posts. You receive a push notification through the app. Then you have to open Instagram. You can view the picture and you can copy and paste the caption, and then you can complete and share it via the Instagram app, because that's how you will post it then on your mobile phone. Then you post it on Instagram itself. I can click on finish now. But then again, I don't have my, I can't screen share right now through my mobile phone, but I could show it to you later. or in a different setting how this is actually working, but maybe another time. Anyway, so what you can do now is you can, as you can see, there are the 3 accounts that are connected to your buffer account, and you can simply choose the account you want to schedule the posting for, and there you can already start to, this is a test posting, a test post, no, Moni does stuff in action, to be really Austrian and really Schwarzenegger-like. Sorry, that was bad. That was a really bad joke. I apologize for that one. Yes, I do have an Instagram account. It's my Yoshi account, of course. So Moni does stuff in action. Come over to Facebook to watch it live. Facebook me. So, and now that my post is, as you can see, it shortens my URL, and it starts to source images that it could add to the post, which is really nice. Or you can replace the link with a picture or a video if you want to. I'm not choosing anything now. And you can say, I want to post it to Twitter, and I want to post it to Facebook. And if you wanted to post it to Instagram, which is not very smart in that, of course, as you can see, it wouldn't allow it. And it's not really smart either, so yeah. Anyway, I choose the 2 accounts that I want to schedule it for, and then you can either add it to the queue, and I will show you in a second what that means, or for example, you can say, you can share it next, whatever the next free spot in your queue is, or you can share it right now, or you can schedule the post. So if you know, for example, I will have my next live stream on the 13th, since it's every week now, just on the 13th. This is actually a really hard word for a non-native to mention. I could post an Arnie gift, Tom. That is really true. It's at 5 p.m. on the 13th. And I want to inform people one day before that, so I can tell them, look, so I can schedule my post on the 12th at I don't know, 4 p.m. that is, and the minutes, and you can click on schedule, and then as you can see, it is saving, and you see the post that will go out on the 12th of January is this one for the Twitter account, and this one for, which is the same of course, and this one for the Facebook account. When you click on schedule on your account, you can pre-create posting times for your Facebook page or for your Twitter account. Same goes for the Twitter account. So for example, if you want to post on Twitter on a regular basis, and you want to say you want to post at probably 10 a.m. and then on 12 p.m. That's always very confusing. Then again at 5 p.m. and then something in the evening. Let's keep it at 10 p.m. You just have to set that schedule in the scheduling tab of whatever account you have, and then when you actually do schedule, let's just save that, I think. So there it says every day. If you want to have it differently, or if you don't want to post it on weekends, then you can just choose these boxes. Also, you can change your time zone right here. So if you do it for a client or set it up for a client, you have to make sure that you are actually in the right time zone. So if you set up these posting times right here, and you go back to content and post and we just try and do a test post right here. And you can add it to queue. It will actually choose the next time or the next free spot from that scheduling list you have. So of course 5 p.m. is already over, so the next free spot would be 8 p.m. and that's what it did when I said add to queue. When I do another post, test post 2, and edit it to queue again, it will look for the next free spot in my queue, which is tomorrow at 10 my time. As you can see, we chose 10 a.m. my time, and that's when it will add the next posting to this queue. Same goes for the Facebook account, but apparently, oh no, that's possible. You can set up a different amount of scheduling times. If you don't want to post that often, you can say, I just need it once per day, and use the time. And then the only thing you have to do is add the content and always add to the queue, so it will always post your content at the same time. And if you have 2 different accounts, of course, and you have different schedules, of course, it will post on the respective schedule that you have for each social media account. In the free plan, unfortunately, there is not a lot of analytics going on. Of course, there is not a lot of analytics in general because I haven't posted anything on this account. But you can see, if you want to get more insight, you can, in this case, start a small business trial or stay on the individual plan. It's a bit restrictive in this field. Also, the calendar. A client of mine has the Awesome Plan. It's called the Awesome Plan. I find that really awesome. So actually you can have a weekly overview of your postings, which is really nice, and a monthly overview of your postings. That's cool if you want to know how many postings there are and if you have missed something, because if you add a lot of postings to your queue, to the list, it might get a bit confusing if there is just one after the other, but you can actually see it really nice on the calendar view. But as I mentioned, it's not available for the free plan. Same for the analytics. There might be some analytics happening in the free plan, but not as many as, of course, in the paid plan. But the schedule, the actual schedule is really nice. And you can, you can pause the queue if you don't want it to happen. So you can just pause the queue. So there, at the moment, it's paused. And then if you go back to the posting, to the unpaused queue again, or you can empty the whole queue. So all the postings that we have scheduled right now will be gone if I empty the queue. And that's what I'm going to do now, because the postings are, so you can see, whoop, no postings. And if you want to delete this queue, you have to do it again, empty the queue right here. Whoops, all my postings are gone. I'm so sad. No, I'm not sad. Yeah, that's pretty much, I think, compared to other, oh, there are old ones, because I actually did have a few postings going out. Oh, you can see, those are actually the current Facebook postings that happened on my page, which is really nice that they indeed source them somehow. So what is also handy if you have, maybe not so much for Facebook, but more for Twitter, for example, because you can push way more content on Twitter, you can actually rebuffer things. So you can just click on rebuffer, and then it takes the posting as it was before, and you can add it to the queue again, which is really nice. And it also takes the picture, which is also really nice. And you can cross-share it on more than one platform. Yeah, so that's pretty much how Buffer works. There is not much more to it. I think if you're not very techy, that's definitely a tool that you can easily wrap your head around, because if you compare it to Hootsuite, and Hootsuite will come in the next few months also, there is way more going on in Hootsuite than it is on Buffer. But for the beginning, I think Buffer is definitely really nice, and it is has a nice user interface, if you ask me. If you're my humble opinion is worth anything, then I think the user experience is pretty neat. And they do have a nice approach to customers, and they're really friendly and really I really do like Buffer because of how they present themselves also on social media. Yeah, if you do have any questions, drop them in the comments below. No, the queue, I killed the queue. Yes, I'm so sorry. Drop them in the comments below. If you want me to address any other tool that crosses your way, just shoot me a message. I will be more than happy to address it in one of my other live streams. Since they are weekly now, there is a lot to cover, so any tools that you're interested in, I would really appreciate if you just shoot me a message if you want me to address them. Thanks again for watching this until the very end. If you are interested in my free ebook, you can get this on my website, monirocksyoursocks.com, or on my Facebook page. There is also a little tab that says get your freebie, and it has a lot of tools in it that you can use if you're on a budget and start your online business. And most of the tools mentioned there I will of course address in my live streams. So I hope you have an amazing rest of your evening. We will see each other again next Saturday. Maybe with Yoshi again. He decided to just stay on the floor now. So I hope you have an amazing evening, have a great week, and have a more than awesome 2018. Tom has a few ideas, I wonder why. Yeah, and if you need any of my services, you can shoot me a message as well. And other than that, we will see each other again next Saturday, but next week it will be at 5 p.m. But the event is updated already, so see you next week on 5 p.m. European, German, Austrian, Vienna time. Have a great evening, and I will stop bugging you now. Bye.